Welcome back, Piggies. This is episode 24 of the Pigskin Pals podcast with your host, Dane and AJ. Today we're talking Dynasty. Last week there were a bunch of banging matchups, actually. Some big implications for the rest of the season, for the bye weeks, for the number one spot. I think the most important being the absolute smattering of the man Dane here. Wasn't actually a smattering. I won by like 10 points maybe. I was actually quite scared the entire time, but we don't talk about that. The other big matchup was
I'll talk about it.
Jake and Sam. They were Jake and Sam basically in the race for the number one and two seed, the bye. Very close game. Came down to DJ Moore basically on the last play of the game, catching a pass, cementing Jake as likely getting a bye because no one's catching him in points. And I was pretty happy because I'm ahead of Sam in points. So we're living life. 1 and 2 right now. Probably getting the bye. Just need to win out. Easy peasy. We'll get into the rest of the matchups for this week. Maybe some other big news coming up. Who knows? Big trades. We got the trade deadline coming up this week. Let's get into it, baby.
One quick question. What's with all the hate? I thought we were Weedem.
What are you talking about?
I thought Weedem, AJ.
Weedem boys.
I thought Weedem boys.
Weedem boys.
Why are you talking all that trash?
Hey, I just gotta talk trash when you're against me, but otherwise, when you're not playing me, no trash your way. All love.
It's interesting that you decided to talk trash now after texting me all weekend, shitting your pants, thinking you're losing to one of the worst teams in the league.
It was especially nerve-wracking because I said in the last podcast, Dynasty Pod, I think I said something along the lines of I need to win all these freebie games coming up. And I was like, dude, I'm going to have said that and then lose to him. It's going to be so bad. But we pulled it out.
It would have been nice if Tank Dell's 110 yards and touchdown didn't get called back. DTR didn't get hurt. And AJ didn't use his commissioner powers to take Christian Watson on my lineup and throw Chris Godwin in there. I would have easily won if all of that happened.
It's your own fault.
But unfortunate, we move on. I'm happy with the points I've been putting up recently.
Yeah, your team has turned it around pretty well. It's good for your future next year, I think. Good to see.
Yeah. Excellent coaching job by myself, I must say.
Yeah. I think it was
sticking by my guys.
All those drops and pickups that you made me do for you. I think that's really turned it around for you.
It did hit Watson.
That's true. That's true. No one else.
Gibby's been playing better also since then. He had 10, 14, 5 last week, but he was playing hurt.
Yeah. Hey, not bad. It's good coaching.
Yeah, we can hop right over to the matchups. This will probably be a pretty fast episode since we don't have a ton to talk about. In the redraft episode, we kind of talked about our MVPs in the football, just football in general, and then our fantasy MVPs also. So check out that episode for a more detailed fantasy dive in, I guess. And yeah, we can hop right into the first matchup. Me versus Peter. I gotta go with myself.
I love it. Off rip, just let it rock. I love it. Is that real? If it's real, I'm here for it.
I mean, sure, yeah. I'm rocking with myself.
I don't hate it.
It doesn't fucking matter.
That's
because
I'm up 12 games right now, so
I
think you're probably out of it.
They got to get different somewhere. I'm going to start picking all the upsets.
Oh, Boyle. Holy, I didn't see Boyle was in the lineup this week.
I got to throw him in.
Sick. That is sick. All right, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to look at this.
Also against the Atlanta, too.
Yeah. You know what?
Nice matchup.
You know what? Eagles are playing San Francisco. That's where a lot of
do not pick me.
Peter's guys lie here. I don't know. Washington. Oh, that's a good matchup. Jets for Bijan. Oh, they've been. Yeah, no, I can't. I was trying to find a way so I could realistically pick you. I can't. I mean, it's Peter, baby. He's gonna win. He needs to win. He's got to make the playoffs. I do think your team has been looking. It has been looking a lot better. Jalen Warren and Najee Harris rocking them together has been okay. So
I've had faith in my team the whole year. I just had some super unfortunate injuries. Like if I had Rodgers playing, putting 20 points up each week, and Mike Williams who could give me 10 or 15 points each week, I've been loving it. Maybe also Daniel Jones too. If he was playing,
he's just a stinker, brother.
He's not a stinker. The whole team was shit.
Whole team's a stinker, yeah.
And then once he got hurt, the whole team rallied around that and starts playing better.
That's true.
And if him and Waller were the dynamite that they were supposed to be, it would just, I don't know.
I'm just looking right now because I forgot how it happened. How did you get Bateman from Peter?
I traded Tony time and a second for Bateman. I just wanted to buy into the Ravens offense before.
No, I didn't. I remember not hating the trade at the time. Like at the time, that seems like a pretty reasonable trade. Bateman just hasn't really been too great. Yeah, let's just move on from that one. We'll do myself and Riley. Didn't think he was gonna have a quarterback this week. Josh Allen's on bye. Joe Burrow's hurt. I didn't think he had anyone else. Puts Taysom Hill in at the QB spot. Kind of a sick little tech. Gets a full roster. But I don't know if that will be enough to bring him the win.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you. As much as I want to pick all the upsets and try and win some games back, I don't think I can pick him. I have one question for you, though.
Yep.
As the Puka fan club manager, what's up with him on the bench?
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think I got better matchups this week with everyone else. I have a lot of faith in the guy. I especially have a lot of faith in him in my redraft league. But, Javonte against Houston, Tony tonight, Devontae Smith against San Francisco. That one's a little tough, but, he's been playing well. CeeDee Lamb. I don't see a way he can fit in this week. It's tough, but sometimes you got to lay down the law after a bad week, You
hate him.
I know. He's up for grabs. Any third, man. Any third, and he's gone.
I'll send you two.
All right.
2/3.
Oh, thanks, man. That's generous. Muth, though, he's been out all year, comes back, banging week, looking like prime Travis Kelce. Perfect timing for that as well, since Hawk's on bye this week for me. So feeling pretty nice about being able to play him. My tight ends, man, pretty sick. Jake Ferguson,
monster week.
TJ Hawkinson, Pat Freiermuth, nice.
It's not like he got 15 targets like Njoku last week, though.
Didn't Njoku actually get 15 targets?
2 weeks ago.
Holy moly. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm getting just absolutely smattered in that.
And 9 targets last week. Who's target fiend?
Yeah, he is. That the bet we made, the Chig versus Njoku? Yeah. I
Should we call it?
You know what? Let's take a little detour in the matchups and take a look quick at the.
I got Njoku's pulled up.
I'm gonna take a look at tight end, boom stats, 2023 season by fantasy points.
I can tell you, Njoku has.
Bad. I'll tell you that he's got 85.
Yeah.
I'm just curious how much. Okonkwo has 42, so just about half.
Njoku's a tight end 1 this year.
Yeah.
He's a tight end 11.
I will say they haven't really been using Chig the way I thought they would. So bad call by me, but I still think Chig is good.
They haven't even been using Njoku like I thought they've been until the past 4 or 5 weeks too.
Better than freaking Chig, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the next matchup. We can call it off. I've lost the bet though. We can call it off.
What do I win?
I think we're just doing a sandwich, right? Or did we change it? Or was that
was a side bite? Let's go. I just had Cassetta yesterday, actually.
I'm so jealous. Sounds so good.
It was fire.
Sounds so good. All right.
I had 1.5 because the person I went with didn't finish theirs, so they gave me.
Nice. What was it? What kind was it? What kind of sandwich?
I had the Manzo and the Paradigm. Manzo's roast beef with arugula, like a spicy Dijon and spicy peppers. Paradigm is like mozzarella with spicy sopressata, which is like a Italian sausage meat.
Oh,
and then sweet peppers and
those
some
both
spinach.
sound fantastic, actually.
Yeah, money.
Well, enough about the food. I guess we can move on.
Can we? Let's talk about food.
All right, let's move on. Ben,
I'll pull up their specials.
oh yeah, pull up the specials, dude. Ben versus Luke. I think this looks like a pretty close game. Playoff implications for Luke. Not too many for Ben. He's already basically clinched, I believe. Trevor Lawrence, he's heating up right now as well. Got the Zach Moss stocks back up. Kyron back. Devin Singletary, the darling of the late season. Calvin Ridley's. He's heating up as well, along with Trevor Lawrence. Ben's team's starting to look a little bit better. As for Luke, Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts. Eckler, Ben, Blech, Pierce.
Blackler.
That's good. Now that I like. Damian Pierce lost his job to Devin Singletary, basically. Brandon Cooks is in the lineup. DK Metcalf, Jaden Reed, Cortland Sutton, Big Man Baker. Got some guys. I think I know who I'm going with. I think I'm leaning.
I'm also okay. I was just gonna say I'm choosing whoever you're not choosing.
All right, I'm going Ben.
I'm going Luke. Let's get it, Luke.
You're just playing devil's advocate.
Blackler and big.
You just call him Blackler?
No, Blackler.
Oh, Blackler. My bad.
What is it, Blackler?
Blackler. I don't know. You just gotta enunciate it a little more. Yeah.
Blackler.
Yeah.
Blackler.
All right, so we'll move on. There's gonna be a couple tough ones for you to pick against me, I think here. Like this one, Ethan versus Ryan, who his only source of really scoring points was Jonathan Taylor, and now he's playing Sean Tucker in his running back slot.
Jesus.
So there's not a lot to say.
JT
here.
out means Pittman up.
Yeah, it does. But it also means Sean Tucker stinks and is projected 0.19 points.
He's also riding T. Higgins.
Yeah,
he might not even play. Oh, he can play the A.T. Perry instead.
A.T. Perry, let's go, dude. I'm going to try and get A.T. Perry from him, bro. No cap. I'll play him this week.
Shout out redraft.
I'm going Ethan. Who are you going?
I'm also going Ethan. He's got Pitts on the bench, too.
He's got what?
Pitts on the bench, just like you.
It's where he belongs, my friend. It's where he belongs.
Or the waiver wire.
Not maybe quite not there yet in Dynasty.
On Dynasty.
Yeah. Let's move on. Sam and Austin. Another tough one to pick against me. Austin's team's somehow looking better than Ryan's after all the trades that he's made. He is rocking Falcons Central once again. Algier, Jonnu, Drake London, and Desmond Ridder against an absolute juggernaut in Sam.
Yeah, we know we're picking Sam.
Let's go,
instead
Sam.
of crapping on Austin's team, let's look at his future outlook.
Sure. Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Let's do it.
So he's got a 2024 first.
Love it.
2024 second from you, 2024 third from you, and a 2024 third. So he's really only going to get 4 players next year unless he makes some more moves in the offseason. Mm-hmm. I think he's been trying to sell Debo too, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's any really takers, and there's been no, and the trade deadline's coming up here. So I don't think anyone, if Debo is going to get sold, it'll be before playoffs and not like in the offseason. So it would have to happen basically now.
Yeah. But anyways, I don't think he's going to be turning it around next year. But let's look to 2025. He's got the same exact thing, basically, minus the 3rd round pick. So still going to be looking pretty rough, I think. He's got 2 first round picks with the worst team, basically, in the next 2 years.
But
2026 rolls around.
This is when it gets freaky.
And he's got 3 first round picks.
Bang.
Sam, Ben, and his first. No seconds, though. And then 2/3.
3 firsts is a real thing. That's a lot of firsts. So, 2027.
Like, I had 2 firsts this year. Did it turn my team around?
Who'd you get? You got
JSN and Kincaid.
No, but I don't think necessarily they're supposed to turn you around right away, right?
Yeah, I could have taken Stroud.
So he's basically 2029 championship bound. I think it's a lot. I don't
think Austin's ever going to be in the championships. He's one of those players that will just like I think I know Austin enough where he'll just keep pushing things, but like that's just like he's gonna have fun in trying to sell players. I think
he's going to keep just deconstructing his roster, and
he's gonna be like that's my thing.
Yeah,
like okay,
yeah, go for it. Yeah, you're probably correct that's the case. But hey, for the future, I believe in him. I think 2029. We'll see you back here on the Pigskin Pals, and I bet you he'll be in the championship. Mark my words, 2029. Write it down.
Okay, side bite.
Side bite. 2029, he's in the championship. I'm in.
Okay, mark it down.
Let's move on. Last matchup of the episode. I actually think could be a good one as well. And I think has some pretty big implications. Uzma Kappa Picks, Mr. Jake, versus Parker. Parker has been pretty hit or miss, I'll say, all year. But if HN plays, he's got the HN Mostert combo. Breece Hall, Brian Robinson, Christian Kirk, Elijah Moore, with Will Levis and CJ Stroud. Those are all guys that could put up a bing bang boom of a week. Jake's got Sam Howell, Christian McCaffrey, Rashad White, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Adam Thielen, Travis Kelce rocking the double tight end week. Shout outs, Tight End University. What is it used to call? What is it?
Yeah,
Tight End Central.
Tight End Central, yeah.
Throwback to when that was his name coming out of the draft. Zay Jones and Russell Wilson. What are you thinking about this matchup?
He also has a shit ton of players on his bench. Yeah. Lots of buys. Barkley, Gus, Madison, just basically out. Just like his redraft team.
Yeah, very true.
Getting hit hard this week by some players. So I'm assuming you're gonna take Jake. I'm rocking with Parker.
You would have been mistaken. I'm also taking Parker.
Okay, I'm going Jake.
All right,
go
you're
Jake.
Taking Jake.
Let's go, Jake.
Yeah, I'm taking Parker. I think he's got a chance. I really do. I think Kelce might not have that good of a week.
Yeah, this projection doesn't look to be very accurate in my eyes. I think
I would agree.
Parker has a better chance than what Sleeper's giving him.
I would agree. I think that could be I think that's probably the most fun matchup of the week. Mm-hmm. I think yours and Peter's could also be pretty fun though.
Yeah, call him Big Shot.
Let's go, baby. I think Tim Boyle puts up a 20-piece for you and you win. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to leave you here. That's all the matchups for the week. Dane has no shot of coming back in these pick'ems, but he's trying to have fun with it, going oppo with me today. We'll see you guys next week. Maybe the buys will have been figured out. Maybe the first pick will be all settled. Who knows? We'll catch you later. See you on the flippy flop.
Don't forget, piggies. Weed 'em.
Weed 'em. Boys.